It's very echoey in here today, I just noticed. Hey, everyone is asking me to make a video about something that nobody cares about, so don't mind if I do. With the Tony Awards coming up, I thought it would be a great time to revisit a series that I've wanted to do for quite a while, or re-kickstart the idea of this video series I've been wanting to do. A long time ago, 11 months to be exact, 338 days to be really super annoying, I made a video here about my love of musical theater. And I made it to become part of Geek and Sundry, which obviously didn't pan out. Like, I'd still have this set if I did. I love musical theater, and I can hear the people in the background going, gay. All I hear, though, is jealousy. My obsession with musical theater probably started at a very young age when I was just obsessed with Disney, and which are essentially movie musicals. I guess my diehardness, which is a word, just don't look it up. It really began in grade 5, though, when my music teacher had us listen to Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which you'd think this video is about. It is not. You are so embarrassingly wrong. I absolutely did not just run out of batteries in my camera and have to wait to charge them back up again. Stephen Sondheim, and I could talk your ear off about Stephen Sondheim, but I won't because it's kind of disgusting, and also, what am I going to do with an extra ear? He is quoted as saying that there's two different groups that you can place musicals into, which is those that came before Showboat and those that came after. It premiered in 1927, and the reason why it's considered such a watershed is because it was really the first show that had a continuous story from beginning to end. Before that, Broadway was littered with all these revue and cabaret-like shows, like The Follies. They were whimsical, they were funny, but Showboat, on the other hand, was able to combine not only music and dancing, but also drama. The American musical was born. The music was by Jerome Kern. The lyrics in the book were written by Oscar Hammerstein. Yes, that Oscar Hammerstein, who would go on to partner up with Richard Rodgers to write South Pacific, Carousel, Oklahoma, The Sound of Music. Maybe you've heard of them. It was also co-written by P.J. Wodehouse, who, if you've not read his Jeeves and Wooster books, you really should. The plot involves the showboat Cotton Blossom, headed by Cat and Andy, docking into this Mississippi town where it kind of details the foibles, the relationships, just the lives of the captain, the crew, and the surrounding community. This is where a gambler named Gaylord Ravenel, and yes, this was at a time where human beings could actually call each other Gaylord. He falls in love with Magnolia, who just dreams of becoming a performer, and is also the daughter of Captain Andy. There's this dock worker, and he has this wife named Queenie, and then there's Julie, and her husband are involved in this side plot of trying to evade the sheriff in town who's coming to arrest them. And I get it, on the surface of it, it sounds quite superfluous, but I assure you that there's this darkness that's involved within this show. There is a scene where a man cuts his wife's hand and then sucks the blood from it. I mean, this is up. You see the hardships of being a grunt/slave in the South. Wide-eyed optimism is made fun of. And yet the songs are so damn catchy. So a couple videos ago I promised you that I would never sing to you again, and I lied to you, so deal with it. My favorite song probably of the entire show is Can't Help Lovin' That Man of Mine. Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly, I gotta love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day. And when he comes back, the day is fine. The sun will shine. He can come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home to me. Can't help loving that man of mine. The most famous song from the show is most likely Old Man River, which, if you get the right singer, is one of the most heartbreaking songs you'll ever listen to, which is why, again, I apologize. Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them's that plants 'em is soon forgotten. But Old Man River, he just keeps going along. Thank you for letting me indulge myself. There's really no definitive version of Showboat, which is odd to say, but it's kind of true. Even at the time of its release, it was being revised. This is a show that originally ran over 4 hours long, which is kind of cray-cray. This is because of a few different reasons. Songs are cut, songs are added back in. It really depends on the director and the performers who are putting on the show. There are certain songs especially that are written for performers of that time, so that if you were not able to perform them, they kind of just cut them out of the show. There's also some racial sensitivities which you can imagine for a show being written in 1927 that certain audiences find pretty offensive, so they cut those out of the show usually. I came across Showboat for the first time while I was in university. There was a really great local theater troupe that put on the show, and I loved humming all the songs, so it had to be great. There's also been a couple movie versions made. A lot of the themes resonate with me from this show. There's that idea of that innate desire to perform. It's no wonder that I'm on this website because of that. But there's also that idea of the spotlight being shone on those people whose job it is to keep the world on turning that we never really think about. Too often we're so focused on the person up front, center stage in this like grand geopolitical world of ours, but we never really take the time to look at the people who got them and make them look so good. There's also the idea of family and love and relationships and good and evil. There's all that stuff. It has everything in this show, well, except for killer robots. Or does it? It doesn't. It does not have killer robots. Have you seen Showboat? What did you think? Let me know down in the comments below. In the description, there's going to be some links to see some of the scenes from the movies that have been made. There's also all my social media information down there as well. My name is Kyle. I'll see you all again next Thursday. Watch the Tonys on June 8th.